again. Tater Tot, say hi. Tater Tot sitting right there. There you are. Say hi to everybody. How y'all doing? I wanted to address something. I have been inundated with questions, and so let me just preface this with saying I've got a wine making playlist on my homepage, and if you'll subscribe, because heck, I got almost 99,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. But if y'all will subscribe, then you can go to my homepage and go to my wine making playlist and see all the wine making videos I've made. And whatever question you may have will be answered there. I will try to make this as clear as I can. You're just going to have to wait a minute. I'm going to show you how to make the absolute cheapest wine possible. Now, I'm going to show you how to make watermelon wine, cherry wine, tropical punch wine, blue raspberry lemonade wine, whatever flavor you want. We're going to do it right here, real simple, and the whole thing, counting the sugar and the yeast, is only going to cost 50 cents a bottle. A bottle of wine, your typical bottle, is 750 milliliters. And that's about a quart and a half. So this works out good because in this jug right here, once I pour that sugar in it, it's going to have enough volume to fill two wine bottles, okay? So what we're going to make right here is 2 bottles of wine for 99 cents. That's right, you heard it right here, folks. We're going to make 2 bottles of wine for 99 cents. That's 50 cents a bottle. If you'll get picky, it's 49.5 cents a bottle. Yeah. Now, what I have here is a quart and a half of room temperature water. Actually, it's a little bit warmer, just a little bit warmer than room temperature. You don't want it hot though. And what I got right here is 1.5 cups of sugar. And what I got in the middle of that sugar, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a 1/2 teaspoon of yeast. I feel so bad about the people growing up nowadays that can't do mathematics. If I was to tell them, 3/8 of a teaspoon, hell, they wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Because my recipe is 1 quart, 1 cup, and 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, and if you're using a quart and a half, then it's 1/4 teaspoon and a half, which is 1/2 of a quarter is 1/8, so you got 3/8. But they don't make 3/8 measuring spoons. So, just to keep it simple for all you people out there that might have a little bit of trouble doing this, it's going to be 1/2 teaspoon per jug, or 1/4 teaspoon per bottle. And the yeast I use is just an active dry yeast. Fleshman's is a well-known brand name, and you find the yeast near the flour in the baking aisle. Now, what I based my prices on was Walmart. Even though Aldi is a little bit less money, I went with Walmart because everybody, most people can go to Walmart. And Each one of these packets is 1/4 of an ounce. It's 7 grams in each packet. And basically it's 2 teaspoons in a packet. So if I'm using 1/2 of a teaspoon, then that means I can make 4 jugs of wine out of 1 packet. And we're only talking 9 cents worth of yeast when I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon. So, you know, that's why I'm not into, oh, you need to save that yeast, save that yeast. Shit. If I hadn't used this just the other day, I'd throw it away and open me a fresh one, but not necessary. Anyway, just active dry yeast, that's all you need. It's just a plain ordinary yeast that you buy in a grocery store. Well, Pawpaw, you know, how much alcohol you get and all that. Watch my wine making playlist, please. A lot of my viewers are reporting 16 to 20% alcohol using bread maker's yeast. But now, how long does it take to make? When it quits bubbling, when the top of your mix is like a stale cup of coffee, dead as a doornail, not a bubble around it nowhere, it's done. How do you strain it and all that? I had rather just pour it gently. I'd rather just clean another jug and pour it gently into another jug and leave that little bit of sediment on the bottom. And maybe there's a 1/4 inch of liquid and sediment in the bottom of that, maybe. And if you've not touched it, that sediment in the bottle will be a solid cake, and it won't really want to come out if you're really, really careful. And I just pour until I start seeing a little bit of impurities, what I call impurities. There's not nothing wrong with it, just old yeast. And when I see that start swimming towards the opening of the jug, I just stop. That's it. Throw the rest of it away. My God, people, the whole jug is only 99 cents. Throw that little bit away. Matter of fact, it's going to be cheaper than that because our flavoring is only 36 cents. Well, how are you going to make watermelon wine, Pawpaw? I'm going to use Kool-Aid. Look at it. Kool-Aid. This is an unsweetened package now. Don't get confused with the big thing of Kool-Aid that's already got the sugar in it and all that. But the recipe is so sweet for this. This makes 2 quarts. And we got over just right at 1.5 quarts here. That's close enough. This is just make the fruit flavor a little bit stronger because you're using 1.5 quarts instead of 2 quarts. And their recipe calls for 2 cups of sugar for 2 quarts. And that's basically what I'm doing. One quart, 1 cup, 1/4 teaspoon. 1.5 quarts, 1.5 cups, and 1/2 teaspoon. So let's get to mixing. Got my fancy funnel out here. And we're going to pour this in there. How often do I shake it up, Pawpaw? You shake it up when you first make it. You shake it when you make it. Do I go back in and shake it some more later? Hell no. Leave it alone, people. Leave it the hell alone. Good Lord, I'm trying to make it simple for you. Just put it in the cabinet, put it somewhere dark. Hell, if you ain't got nowhere dark to keep it, wrap a paper bag around it. Wrap some aluminum foil around it. Tape it in place. Just keep the light out of it. Okay, that's the idea. And what I do here is I just put the cap on it tight and just start shaking it up. And when you've got it all shook up, notice I did not put Kool-Aid in here. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But you just shake this up really good when you got it all shook up and you think you got all that sugar dissolved. Just sit there and wait a minute, see if you got the sugar down there in the bottom of the jug. And if you do, pick it up, shake it some more. Because this is the only time we're going to shake it, just this first day, this first few minutes. Now, I said I'd tell you other ways to do this. If you don't want to add, me personally, I would, when I'm ready to add my flavoring, when this is done, when this is not making bubbles, and this will make bubbles just like your fruit juice wine. When this stops making bubbles and this is all done, this is going to be, just taste like sweet water. But that's what it is, right? It's sugar and water. But that yeast eats sugar and poops alcohol. This is going to be about, I would say about 14% alcohol. Because we don't have the added sugar of the juice, okay? But what you want to do is you want to, after this is made, pour it gently into another jug, or I have water bottles in my refrigerator with homemade wine in them. It's convenient. Just go in there and get you one, have you a drink. But what I would do is I would, and I'll show you in another video, but you just, had me scared there. I thought I'd go through all this and it was on standby, but no, we're recording. Anyway, you can pour this off into other containers, leaving the sediment behind, and then you can add your flavoring to it. One of the things I like to do is I like to, if I'm not going to make Kool-Aid wine, I'll take and put like a shot of lemon juice over a glass of ice, and then take and pour this gentle over that ice, stir it up, and bam! Instant hard lemonade. Because you got your sugar and your water and your lemon juice, and bam! You got instant hard lemonade. So, with my 99 cents worth of, if I use a pack of this, which is only 36 cents, if I use a pack of that, then this will end up being 50 cents a bottle for wine. So, I get all shook up, and for those of y'all that watch my videos, I realize this is old school, you know all about it, but there are a lot of people out there that sometimes, it don't matter how many times you say something, they don't hear you. So I'm going to say this over and over. You can't drink this till it quits working. You can't drink this until it quits working. You can't drink this until it quits working. If you do, you're going to go to the toilet, and you're going to sit there for quite a while. But your colon won't need to be cleansed. Woo-wee. Oh, I just know I'm going to go get my colon cleansed. I'm going to drink some of that green wine. Anyhow, in a warm environment, and when I say warm, I mean above 70 degrees. In a warm environment, this should be done. The water takes a little longer than using a juice. Using a juice takes about 30 days. And even though it may have quit bubbling after 3 weeks, I want that, in this case, water, I want this to be crystal clear. And with your juice wine, I want you to be able to see through it. Because even though it may be done in 3 weeks, it needs that extra week for the particles to settle down and set down there at the bottom. Because while this is working and bubbling, it's doing this number, just, like a lava lamp. And when it's doing that kind of motion, it's mixing up the liquid, right? Well, when it's done doing that, this is all going to calm down. And all them little particles that was floating around in there, suspended in there, are going to be on the bottom. And then you're going to be able to see through it. You can even see through the wine. Matter of fact, let me show you. I'll just reach right up here and get a bottle. It's where Pawpaw makes it. Can you see my fingers through there? Let me see if I can. No, I can't see them. Let me pour some off in a glass. Ooh, that's pretty. I just grabbed that. It had a little bit of sugar in the bottom of it, but oh, it's nice. That's the first time I've touched that since I put it up there a couple of months ago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me show you something here. See that little bit of bubbles around the edge? This one ain't done. And lid's still loose. Now, these had quit and I tightened the lid, but I want you to look at how that jug is swelled up. Let's see if you can hear it. Did y'all hear that? Well, I'm glad I checked on it. Look at how this one right here is all puffed out. Oh, that's why they put wine in glass bottles with a cork. So it can blow out instead of explode. Let me try some of that one. Hang on just a minute. Give me a little glass. I do like my cranberry wine. Oh, it's so pretty. People say, Pawpaw, that foamed up and got stuff all around the neck of the bottle. That's fine, ain't gonna hurt nothing. Will it make me sick? Well, there ain't no poison in it. But my God, look at this. Oh God. This one is so pretty. It's sparkling. Look at that. That is a pretty wine right there. Ooh, yeah. Oh. my wife likes this batch I made because instead of a cup and a half of sugar, I just used 1 cup of sugar. And she said that she liked that better. It tasted more like her store-bought wine. We just did. I got to try that grape one too. Oh. That's good stuff. Oh, this one's pretty. I'll show this one to you. Oh yeah. This is a pretty wine. All right. It's got what them, had some woman tell me, "Pawpaw, your wine's got legs, them little rivulets running down the side of the glass. Means that's got some kick to it." Well, I know it's got kick to it. I can taste it. Hey, honey, come here. Can you hear me? I was gonna let my wife have this, but I guess she don't want it. Well, she got her headphones on. Oh yeah, good stuff. Now back where I was. Anyway, I'm just gonna set this up here in the cabinet. It'll be dark and warm up there, and I've got this all shook up good now. And in a month, this is going to be ready. So, I know I do this every time, but you know, this might be the first time somebody's seen my wine videos. Now, I'm going to loosen the cap. And I'm going to squeeze the jug. Just squeeze it a little bit. Can you see and hear the cap? I'm going to sit it right up here in the cabinet right now. I still feel that alcohol in that wine. Anyway, it's set up here in the cabinet. The door shut, it's in the dark. Keep it somewhere dark and warm, people. How do I store it? Well, of course, you saw this has been sitting here. When did I make this? I think I made this Thanksgiving and to have for Christmas. And so it's been, I made this like 3 months ago. And it's still good. But now that I've opened it and all that, I'll probably put it in water bottles and stick it in the refrigerator so it's just convenient to drink. Okay, so the other money-saving thing I want to tell you is I collect the seeds out of the vegetables I buy at the grocery store. We got raspberry seeds and sweet pepper, Roma tomatoes, what's this? I'm excited to, let's see, little tiny sweet pop tomatoes. That's some little bitty things like grapes, a little bigger. Hot serrano pepper seeds, jalapenos, blueberries. I'm really excited this year to try to plant me some blueberries. Apple seeds, yeah, I know all about planting the trees and all that kind of stuff. It's just for fun. And sweet bell pepper. And I've got them, you know, I got my little indoor garden started over here. Let me show you. I just got me a little bit of stuff going. Little marigolds, hell, I think I planned them 2 days ago. They're already coming up. Well, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So, if you got the time, make you some wine. You make you some wine, you feel mighty fine. Feel mighty fine, you get things done. Or you sit around drinking, you just have to pick one. Anyway, folks, I want you to know I appreciate so much that y'all watch my videos. I really do. It means the world to me. And I don't make them as often as I should, but hell, I'm always doing something. I've got 16 chickens out there in the garage that I hatched out that I take care of every day and get ready to build a pen for them. I've got a baby chicken in the bedroom in there under a heat lamp that I hatched out a few days ago. Got more coming in behind it. Of course, you can't count them until they hatch, right? But we're going to do all kinds of stuff around here. Ain't no telling what we're going to get into. Definitely want to have a garden this time. We got all messed up last year. Couldn't really get into it. But I've got a bunch of items that companies have sent me that I'll be doing reviews on. I hope you'll check them out. At least, you know, at least click on the video and at least see a minute or two of it. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that little bell and the whole bit. Tell your friends and neighbors, because when we hit that 100,000 mark, Lord have mercy, ain't no telling what's going to go on around here. Shoot, I may have to make wine for everybody in the state of Tennessee. I don't know. Folks, y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. I know I'm going to have a good day. Bye, everybody. Oh, yeah. Go on now. Y'all make your own. This is mine.